Guys, welcome back to Dive into Life with Augustus, my YouTube channel. Happy Labor Day to those who celebrate in the United States, and for my viewers from abroad, we're so glad to have you. We're going to be making today Panamanian-style crock-pot goat. My first time trying this recipe. So the goat's already cut up for me. I got it from the butcher there on the Buford Highway Farmers Market. So the first thing we want to do, we want to put some garlic garlic powder on it. We want to put garlic powder. Now, you can, to get more flavor, you can brown your goat in the pan on the skillet, like flash brown it. I'm not doing that. That's not a necessary step for me. That's not a necessary step. And then we're going to come with some cumin. You want to really get that meat seasoned. You really want to get it seasoned. So here we come with our cumin. Here we go. You can get this at Kroger if you live in the States. Cumin ground. Oh, it's already starting to smell good, man. It's already starting to smell good. Now, I flip my meat over because I like to season both sides. Okay. Season to your liking. It costs like 2 teaspoons or whatever. I go over because I like it that way. Okay, now we're going to come in with something new I found, which is garlic and onion. This is garlic and onion. And here you can just kind of whip it up with your hands. Okay, so that's the garlic and onion. Now we're gonna, since we're not flash frying this, we're gonna put this in the crock pot. We're gonna cook. I'll make sure I'm looking at my notes there. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in the crock pot. Oh yeah, I forgot. The very first thing I do with my crock pot is I use these slow cooker liners. My boy Crip over in Athens, big University of Georgia fan. In fact, we went to the Georgia game together on Saturday. He turned me on to these crock pot liners. I'd probably get more in the box at Walmart than you do Kroger. They only put 4 in the box here at Kroger. I'll do this plantain later. So we want to, because this is the first time I use these liners. Man, since I've been crock potting the last 2 weeks, I want to tell you right now, these liners are magic because there's nothing to clean up, man. You drop this liner in there, and even from the broth and everything, you just pick the bag up when you're done and dump it. So we're going to bring our meat here. Oh, look at this goat. It smells. Oh, the goat smells amazing with this seasoning. This is a pound. I bought a pound, exactly a pound, a little over a pound. So here we go. We're getting it in. We'll put this in the, now we're going to cut up our carrots. Okay. We're going to cut up our carrots. You can cut them as small as you want, or you can cut them down the middle like that. However you like to cut up your carrots. And you can actually use baby carrots. You can use baby carrots if you like. You can use baby carrots for the recipe. Baby carrots work just fine. But I wanted to just like get a whole carrot and cut it up so I could like Chef Augustus, like really. Okay. Because remember, you don't have to like keep cutting the carrots because the condensation from the heat from the crock pot is going to go ahead and make these soft for you anyway. So you don't have, it's just what you like to do. I'll cut around it. Okay. So we're going to have a lot of carrots here. Okay, so now we're going to transfer our carrots and onions to the crock pot. Here we go. We drop some onions. So we want to get it in. Now it calls for a whole onion. I used the half of an onion I had left over from cooking earlier. Okay, so here we use the diced tomatoes. You can get your own tomatoes and cut them up. But when I'm cooking something like this, I like to use my diced tomatoes. Okay, where's my big spoon? Let's see. So here, I just kind of want to get it in here. Now, we're going to come back with, I'm forgetting, the potatoes. Now, you can also use bell peppers, but because I have an acidic aversion to bell peppers, I don't use bell peppers. Now, I use like the petite red gourmet potatoes. So what I'm going to do is just cut them in half. That's all I'm doing. I'm going to cut the gourmet potatoes in half. You can use regular potatoes. I like the gourmet potatoes. So I'm cutting them in half. Here we go. And you can cut as many as you like, basically. This is what you want for taste. And you can even dice them up, you know, cut them in half. That gives you more potatoes, kind of, in terms of the size. Okay, so just go right down the middle. Go right down the middle. Go right down the middle. Right down the middle. And I think I'll just take two more. Okay. Okay, I think that's good on the potatoes. Okay, so now we have our potatoes in. Okay, now we want to come with a cup of, we're going to do a cup of chicken broth and a cup of coconut milk. Coconut milk, so you want a cup. It's amazing, my grandmother didn't have to use a cup. She just had it in her head. She said, it's in my head, Kenny, it's in my head. So with a cup of milk, oh, you know what? Before I put that in, let me put my 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. The tomato paste, what it's going to do is thicken. It's going to thicken the broth. In fact, let me go ahead and add 3. It only asks for 2, but I want to make sure I get that thickness that I'm looking for. And one way to get all that tomato paste is take a potato and just wipe it off. That way you don't waste any of your ingredients. Okay, so now guys, what do we do with the milk? Here it is. Okay, we want to stir this. We want to stir that, get it in there really good. And now we're going to come with a cup of chicken broth. Okay, we're going to add our cup of chicken broth. Okay, we just added our chicken broth. We poured it in. I may have missed that on the recording because these smart watches, I do have a smartwatch. These smart glasses were talking to me. I might add a few more potatoes. Okay, now we're going to add 2 tablespoons. It says vegetable oil, but I use olive oil. That's 1, 2. So we'll go with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Now, the very last thing, I think, like I said, I'm going to add a couple more potatoes. The last thing we're going to add is going to be the oregano leaves. And that's because I like Italian, so I want an Italian flavor to it. you can add, I think that the recipe even calls for something totally different, like bunnet, Scottish bunnet. But I wanted to do that. Now, I do want to add a couple more potatoes. I did decide I wanted to add a couple more potatoes. So, okay. What the heck? One more potato. Okay, so here we have, it's like my uncle, I think I'll have. So now we have it ready. Now, here's a key. I have one of these crock pots. You can cook on high, 4 or 6 hours, or you can cook on low, 6 or 8 hours. Of course, it'll automatically kick to warm when it's ready. I'm going to do these on high for 4 hours and see what happens at that 4-hour mark. Cause yeah, you can do the low for 8 hours or 10 hours. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the 4 hours. So what first thing we need to do is plug in our crock pot, guys. It's fun to do these videos in real time. It really is. Okay, the glasses won't let me see here. Here we go. So our crock pot is on. What I'm going to do is pause because I need to get a picture with my smart camera, okay? Okay, we're going to put the lid on. Okay, we got the lid on. And now we're going to turn it on. We're going to do 4 hours on high. 4 hours on high because we have the option of 4 hours on high. Okay, guys, we're putting on our top for the crock pot. And we're going to go to 4 hours. As you can see, 4 hours on high. So the options would be 4 hours on high or 6 hours. If you're doing high, it's 4 to 5 hours. So we're going to do 4 and see how that turns out. Of course, we could do the old long way, 6 hours or 10 hours. And then when it's finished, it'll just go over to the warm. So there you are, diving into life with Augustus, our first ever crock pot. Panamanian-style crock pot goat. Panamanian-style crock pot goat. We can't wait until we finish this recipe to let you know how it turns out. We're going to serve this with corn, and of course, because it's Panamanian style, we're going to do plantains. I have a plantain already ready to whip it up. Thank you for diving into life with Augustus. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you can dive into the kitchen with Augustus. Our first ever crock pot goat is ready. Our first ever crock pot goat. So here is the jasmine rice. And let's dig down. Oh, look at that goat meat. Look at that goat meat. Oh, wow. You can see our onions. You can see our carrots. You can see our potatoes. But most important, you can see that beautiful goat meat. So here it is. We're going to try it, and we're going to let you know how it tastes. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Look at that tomato, the tomato paste and the diced tomatoes. This is amazing. This is amazing. It's so hot, you can see the steam coming off it. Hit the like button, hit the notification bell, turn on the notification bell, hit the like button, subscribe, please share. Thank you for diving into the kitchen with Chef Augustus.